Hello everyone. So आज चाहिँ हामीले के गर्छौँ भने चाहिँ today what we will be doing is we will be doing computer questions. Okay, this will be helpful for your accounts clerk examinations. Okay, and आज हामीले will roughly be doing 40 questions. So these are all PYQs है एउटा accounts clerk बाट हो and the other examinations which SPSC has conducted त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ PYQs निकालेको छ यो. Okay, so let's look at the first question. So don't mind the numbers. Okay, don't mind the numbers. So the first question is MS in MS Office stands for MS Office stands for what? Machine System, Main Station, Microsoft, or none of the above. So I think this is a very easy question, right? So this should be Microsoft Office, right? MS Office means Microsoft Office. So the second question is dash shows the files, folders, and drives on a computer, making it easy to navigate from one location to another within the file hierarchy. Okay, so it helps you show file folders and drives on your computer, right? So if you look at the options, try to solve it. First we can eliminate this, right? Microsoft Internet Explorer, because this is internet. So the correct answer here would be Windows Explorer, or also known as File Explorer. So if you find that I'm going slow, you can put the video in 1.5x. It will be easier for you to, it will be faster for you to complete the lecture. Okay, so then another question is, the third question is, compact disk is an example of secondary storage device, primary storage device, volatile storage device, or none of the above. What is the correct answer? Compact disk, also known as CD. Okay, so the correct answer is secondary storage devices. So I will give you a concept here. See, there's a concept here. There is a concept of secondary storage devices and primary storage devices. Okay, primary storage or secondary storage. Okay, so secondary storage examples are CD, DVD, Blu-ray. Okay, you must have heard about HDD and the hard disk drive, SSD, solid state drive, and also secondary storage. Another example is cloud storage. Okay, cloud storage में क्या होता है? Google Drive. You all use it in your daily life, right? Google Drive or OneDrive. So another one is primary storage. Okay, so what is primary storage? Primary storage is also known as main memory. Okay, so there can be a question, what is known as main memory? Okay, which of the following is known as main memory? So primary storage has direct access to the CPU. Okay, has direct access to CPU, therefore it has greater speed as compared to secondary storage. Okay, so examples are RAM, ROM, and cache memory. Cache memory, there is a question in cache memory, like there's a question in cache memory later on. Okay, so this is the concept of secondary storage devices and primary storage. Okay, so let's go to the fourth question. If a new device is attached to a computer, such as a printer or a scanner, its dash must be installed before the device can be used. Okay, installed on the server buffer not all of the above. Also the correct answer would be driver. Okay, so the next question, which command is used to create a new directory in MS-DOS? Okay, the options are CD, MD, RD, or none of the above. Choose your option. So here the correct option would be MD, which is also known as make directory. Okay, so these are the questions which I thought were not relevant, so I've cut them out. So the next question is 48. Okay, which of the following is not a programming language? See, remember, not a programming language, right? If you have studied computer science in your school or in a college, then you must know that C is a language, C++ is also a language, BASIC is also a language, come to programming language, but Unix is not a programming language. Okay, so other examples would be programming language, Java, Python, right, etc. Java, have a look at it. Okay, which are programming languages and which are not. So the next question is, what is used for preventing unauthorized access to a network? So preventing unauthorized access. Okay, so Android, is it Android? Android because Android it's like the user interface, right? That you have Android phones and all. Antivirus to हुन सक्दैन नि त, because antivirus is what removes virus. Okay, so firewall. Okay, the correct answer will be firewall, because firewall acts as a defense mechanism, or acts as, see, firewall. Okay, so it acts as a defense against unauthorized access on a network. Okay, what is Trojan? Trojan is a virus. Okay, Trojan is a virus, or it is a malicious program. Okay, it is a malicious program. The next question is, okay, the unit for expressing the speed of a processor. Unit for expressing speed of a processor, what is it? Speed of a processor के चाहिँ तपाईले किलोमिटर पर सेकेन्डमा उयो गर्नुहुन्छ हुँदैन, बाइटमा गर्नुहुन्छ हुँदैन. The correct answer would be at hertz. Okay, it's in hertz. It is also known as clock speed. के भन्छ यसलाई? Clock speed. So keep this in mind also, because instead they can ask what is the unit of clock speed. Okay, or how do we express clock speed in, okay, त्यसरी भनेर सोध्न सक्छ. So next question is, okay, let's say 51. Okay, the abbreviation GIU stands for Giga Unit Interference, Graphical User Interface, Grammar Unix Interexchange, or Gear Up Instruction. So straightforward, I think everyone knows this. It would be Graphical User Interface. Okay, see, question number 52, or the next question: which of the following computer languages is written in binary codes only? Binary codes only. What is binary codes? Binary codes is zeros and ones, which is written in zeros and ones. Okay, zeros and ones. So take your time and mark your answer. So this one would be machine language. Okay, so I think I'll give you a concept also, which is quantum computing. Okay, since this is in current affairs. Okay, so I'm not sure, but they might ask it. Okay, quantum computing, what you have is, see, in like generally in computers you have bits. Okay, they are measured in bits, bytes, right? So in quantum computing, what do you have? We have qubits, quantum bits. Okay, so binary codes, you have binary codes, zeros and one, right? In quantum computing, what is the main advantage is that there can, okay, zeros and ones are there, but then there can be a superposition of both, 0 or 1. There can be a state where 0 and 1 can exist at the same time. Okay, so this is like the basic difference. So quantum computing, qubits, remember this, qubits and zeros, ones, and 0, 1 can exist simultaneously in quantum computing. Okay, so the next question, 53, which of the following is not a type of computer code? EDIC, ASCII, BCD, EBCDIC. Okay, so straightforward, just remember this. The correct answer would be EDIC is not a type. Okay, not a type of computer code. Next question is, in the context of emails, what does the term BCC stand for? Blind computer communication, blind codified communication, blind carbon copy, or option D, blind contact code. So the answer for this would be blind carbon copy. Okay, option C. See, okay, this is a question I think you need to practice it. But then see, convert the hexadecimal number ABCD to the equivalent number in the binary number system. So binary number system consists of zeros and ones, right? Zeros and ones, you know that. So I'll straightforward give you the answer, option A. So why option A? See, I'll tell you. You know, you can, in binary system you can only use zeros and ones, right? So for A we write 1010. For B we write 1011, because see, 0 already exists here, right? 0 is already here. So the next thing we can change it into is 1. So we change it into 1. So option C is, see, 1011. Option C is 1100, right? So see, we've already changed 0 to 1, so we can make it 0 again, right? So it will be the same thing as above. So what do we change is the second thing, that is 1 to 0, and we change this 0 to 0. So D would be, and this is done, so D would be 1101. So now we can change this into 1, right? So this is how it is written. So basically A is the correct answer here. So question number 58 on the next question. In MX Excel, the shortcut key for hiding the selected row is just straightforward. Remember this, Control plus 9. Okay. In MS Word, the shortcut key to center the content on the page is this. Also, just remember it. Control plus E. So another important question could be shortcut keys. Okay. Shortcut keys. Next one is the network protocol used in internet that allows different types of computers to communicate with each other through exchange of data packets is TCP or IP, OSI, SSI, or none of the above. So the correct answer would be TCP or IP, internet protocol. Okay. 61. Okay, Bluetooth. This is a very easy question. Bluetooth technology allows satellite communication. Does it allow satellite communication? Okay. Okay, this one. Signal transmission on mobile phones only. Mobile phones only? No, right? It allows, like nowadays you have your smartwatches, right? Smartwatch, or you can even connect to your vehicles and all that electronic devices, right? So wireless communication between devices. Okay, this one is the correct answer. Landline phone on mobile to mobile phone communication option also. So C will be the correct answer. 62. In order to connect to the internet, we need a, so this is like this used to be in the old days, right? पहिलाको टाइममा on the connect internet we need a monitor चाहिँदैन gateway पनि होइन printer पनि होइन, it is a modem, right? What is the full form of modem? So they could ask this also, but then just remember, okay? Modulator and demodulator. Modulator, demodulator. Okay, so question number 63. Data is stored temporarily in temporarily हार्ड डिस्कमा टेम्पोररीली तपाईँले स्टोर गर्नुहुन्छ गर्दैन नि त है, पेन ड्राइभमा पनि गर्दैन. दिस आर लाइक पर्मानेन्ट टाइप्स. वाट इज राउटर? राउटर इज टोटली आउट अफ द क्वेसन, किनकि राउटर त वाइफाईको राउटर हुन्छ नि त होइन. सो द करेक्ट आन्सर इज ए. ओके, बफर. Question number 64. On the internet, one can get files from another computer using the HTTP or UDP or FTP or Telnet. So the correct answer would be FTP. FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. Sometimes when you connect your phone to your laptop, right? You might get an option, right? Like what kind of connectivity do you want? Just charging, or you want FTP, right? Which is FTP. FTP allows you to transfer your even transfer your photos or videos from a mobile phone to your laptop or computer, right? So FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Next is question number 65. The shortcut keys to redo the previous action if possible on the document in MS Word is what is it? I think most of you know it, right? Control plus Y. And the next question, that first network that was used for internet was the first network that was used for internet was what was it? NSFNet, ARPANET, VNet, or none of the above? The correct answer to this question would be ARPANET. Okay, so just write this down also. See, okay, supercomputers, they may ask which supercomputer we have in Sikkim, right? Or in India, right? And Param is a supercomputer of India. Okay, supercomputer. It is a supercomputer of India. Supercomputer of India. So, do we have any supercomputer in Sikkim? Yes, we do have, and which is Param Kanchenjunga. Okay, Param Kanchenjunga. It is the supercomputer in Sikkim. Supercomputer in Sikkim, right? Remember this, okay? So the next question is, does are unattended interactive information systems such as ATMs that are generally used for assistance in public places? So I'll just give you the answer for this. This one would be 67A, okay? Firmware is written into 60 ROM, cache memory, RAM, or all of the above. So for this, the correct answer would be ROM, okay? What is ROM? ROM is read only memory. Okay. RAM is random access memory. This might be very basic, but still try to remember this. Okay. 69. In programming, repeating certain sequence of instructions. See, repeating certain sequence of instructions continually until a certain condition is achieved is usually called, what is it called? Control structure, looping, compiling, or structure. So this would be looping, right? If anyone has studied like in programming language, you have if else loop, right? So if this is the condition, then make it this or else. So this loop will continue until a certain condition is met. Okay, so what is it? Looping. The correct answer is looping. Okay. Another one is the fastest means of memory access for CPU is through, what is it? Cache, registers, main memory, or virtual memory. So okay, what is main memory known as? It is also known as primary memory. Okay, we have seen that above, right? So the correct answer to this would be 70B registers. Okay, so there is another I tell you, there is another term you should remember, that is cookie. Okay, what is cookie? So okay, see, what is a computer cookie? A computer cookie is a tiny text file sent to you by website or stored. You can read the definition. Okay, so basically, what is a cookie? See, whenever you visit a website, right? So whenever you visit a website, you are asked the permission, like, do you want to accept all cookies or not? Yes or no, right? So what does cookie do is, cookie ले के गर्छ भने चाहिँ तपाईले if you are visiting a website, right? Website visit गर्दैछ भने एउटा temporary information they save, so that next time जब तपाईं त्यो वेबसाइट भिजिट गर्नुहुन्छ, you need not log in, or त्यो वेबसाइट चाहिँ अझै छिटो छिटो एक्सेस होस् भनेर. Okay, suppose you are visiting a website for a long time, you are visiting a website for the first time. Okay, तपाईलाई त्यो लोड हुनुमा टाइम लाग्छ नि त. But then if त्यो वेबसाइट भिजिट गरेर you accept cookies, okay, you accept cookies, so next time I think you should have अलिकति तपाईले एक्सपिरियन्स गर्नुभएको होला. त्यो एउटा वेबसाइट नेक्स्ट टाइम तपाईँ जानुहुँदा चाहिँ इट लोड्स फास्ट, किनभने चाहिँ कुकी हुन्छ. कुकी एक्सेप्ट गरेको छ भने चाहिँ कुकी इज अ टेम्पोररी इन्फर्मेसन, यसले चाहिँ हेल्प गर्छ. ओके, सो इफ यु वान्ट द डेफिनेसन, इट्स राइट हियर. ओके, दिस इज यर डेफिनेसन. Cookie is also an important term, okay, when it comes to computer. It's asked in an examination also. So 71 question, 71 question. Okay, out of the following, which input device converts analog signals to digital form? Analog to digital input device भनेपछि monitor त पहिला आउट हुन्छ है, किनभने this is an output device. Printer is also an output device. Keyboard र microphone छ है, microphone छ. So the correct answer would be microphone. Analog signals to digital form, किनकि analog the way तपाईले जसरी पनि बोलेर लाइक इन्स्ट्रक्सन दिन्छ कि जे पनि तपाईले बोल्नुहुन्छ नि, that is in analog form. Okay, so it is converted into digital form. Next question is 72. What is the main function of a device driver? Main function of a device driver. Try to solve it. Act as a firewall, monitor CPU temperature, manage memory allocation, act as a translator between operating system and hardware devices. So the correct answer is option C. Okay, option C. See, this question has been repeated again. Okay, the clock speed, मैले अघि भनेको थिएँ नि त, clock speed भन्छ, right? Clock speed भन्छ of CPU is measured in hertz. Okay, hertz, यो हामीले अघि गरेको क्वेशन हो. And then cache memory, मैले भनेको थिएँ नि cache memory आउँछ भनेर. Cache memory is used in CPU primarily to store the operating system or reduce the average time to access data from the main memory, replace RAM or store data permanently. Cache memory को चाहिँ answer B, reduce the average time to access data from the main memory. Okay, which of the following is a volatile memory? Which is a volatile memory? 75, question number 75. Volatile memory is random access memory. Means volatile memory if light go हैन. So see, तपाईले डेस्कटप चलाउनुहुन्छ, आफ्नो कम्प्युटर चलाउनुहुन्छ, लाइट गएर त्यो तपाईको उयो अफ कम्प्युटर अफ भयो भने चाहिँ र्याममा भएको जति मेमोरी छ इट गेट्स इरेज्ड. ओके, सो भोलाटाइल मेमोरी र्याम. 76. ओके, क्वेशन नम्बर 76. यसको लागि अलिकति आई थिंक यु शुड अलिकति this is not that difficult, but in a file size 5 MB, 5 MB छ हैन, approximately how many bytes does it contain, कति bytes हुन्छ भन्दैछ. So MB भन्दा सानो सी, ओके MB छ, MB भन्दा सानो के हुन्छ, KB हुन्छ, KB भन्दा सानो के हुन्छ, bytes हुन्छ, त्यो भन्दा पनि सानो bit हुन्छ. So just this is megabyte, right, megabyte भयो MB हैन. So they might give you कि MB, KB, byte and bits and gigabyte, right, GB भनेको gigabyte, right, gigabyte, and this is KB, kilobytes हुन्छ हैन, and this is bytes, bytes भन्दा सानो के हुन्छ, bits हुन्छ. So they might tell you to give this and tell you to arrange in ascending order or descending order, right. So megabits के हुन्छ भन्दा चाहिँ 1 MB equals to how many KB, 1024 KB, right, 1024 KB, and the 1 kilobyte equals to how many bytes, how many bytes, 1 KB equals to 1024 byte, okay. Take GB is gigabyte. So basically तपाईहरुले के हुन्छ, you might make a mistake कि 1 GB मा हाम्रो कति हुन्छ, 1000 MB हुन्छ भनेर सोच्छ नि त. So it's not that, but it is 1024 MB, okay, megabyte. So to solve this question, 5 MB, 5 megabyte, 5 megabyte if we want to convert it into bytes, हामी के गर्छ, first the 1024 ले multiply गर्छ, because यो त 1024 KB भयो हैन. So we'll multiply it one more time with 1024 so that it becomes bytes, right. So the when you calculate it, the answer will be this one, okay, answer be 5242880. See, a byte is made up of मैले यति भने हैन, तर you might get confused कि, see, you might say, अब यहाँ तपाईले सिधै सोच्यो भने चाहिँ 1 byte equals to 1024 bit भनेर सोच्यो भने हुँदैन, because there is option मा छैन 1 byte equals to 8 bits, okay, 1 byte equals to 8 bits. This चाहिँ you have to remember, you might get confused in here. And also 8 bits हैन. So 4 bits को जुन चाहिँ कलेक्सन हुन्छ त्यसलाई के भन्छ भने चाहिँ निबल. So निबल मा कति मेमोरी मा निबल मा कति हुन्छ भने they might ask 4 bit, 8 bits, right, 10 bits, 12 bits गरेर त्यसो सोध्न सक्छ. So this and this, remember this, okay. So the byte is made of how many bits? It is made of 8 bits. So we have come to the end of the session. अलिकति तीनटा जस्तो क्वेशन रहेछ. What is the main disadvantage of magnetic tape storage? High cost, slow access time, volatility, or low storage capacity? So the correct answer would be slow access time, okay, slow access time, because magnetic tape storage is obviously a secondary storage हुन्छ नि त. So 79, who is known as the father of programming language C? Okay, programming language C. So C पनि C को दुईटा क्वेशन आइसक्यो, C++ भनेर. So 79, Dennis Ritchie छ, John Strostrups or James Gosling, Guido van Rossum हैन. So यसको सिधै आन्सर चाहिँ भनौं भने चाहिँ is A, okay, Dennis Ritchie. The last question, okay, what does IDE stand for in programming? Integrated Development Environment, Internal Data Execution, Interactive Debugging Engine, or Indexed Data Entry. So the correct answer would be Integrated Development Environment, okay. So these were all the PYQs. It's a PYQ, so SPSC PYQs, okay. सबै नै SPSC मा सोधेको already. So have एकपल्ट मजाले हेर्नु हैन, make notes of them if possible, and do comment if you want another video like computer most repeated questions or important questions related to computer हैन. म ल्याउँछु पनि, I'll make another video most important computer questions, okay. This was just PYQs, but besides that also I'll make another video where I'll bring other questions related to computer, okay. So, yes, and so do like and subscribe. So if you're watching for the first time, please do and watch SPSC important themes decoded, okay. You can find this in the same channel, because see, this video this is a very honest video of like SPSC ma, if you want to clear the prelims stage at least, or prelims, or like mains, even mains also, okay, mains and any other examination related to SPSC. What are the very important things that you cannot miss at all? त्यो भनेर चाहिँ सबसे बेसी अहिलेसम्म क्वेसन सोधेको छ भनेर चाहिँ. So if you're watching for the first time, do give a look. Okay, so thank you. That's all for today. Do like and subscribe, because yes, if you do like and subscribe, it just gives me motivation to make such videos. Okay, thank you. That's all for today. So see you in the next video.